Hello and welcome back to the Football Insider Gaming channel. I'm Connor Bromley and today we are doing a video where we give all three newly promoted Premier League teams the same tactic, this sort of 3-4-3 formation which has done really well. It's available on FM Scout. I'll put the link to download it in the description below if you want to use this tactic, but I'm going to give all three the same tactic and see who does the best and see whether or not this tactic is going to kick a lot of butt in the Premier League and see if all three could potentially stay up. So let's dive into the video. If you enjoy this content, please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel. Let's dive into it. The season has just finished and we have simulated through and we have all three teams staying up. Leeds finishing in 6th, getting a Europa League spot, 70 points, just 2 points from 3rd place. Sunderland in 10th with 52 points, only conceding 40 goals, so very impressive defensive work. Then we've got Burnley staying up as well in 13th place on 45 points. So you'd have to say that is a pretty successful outing for this tactic, and we'll dive a little bit deeper into the results. We'll start with Sunderland, see how they got on in this save. And they started the season with a win against West Ham, did lose 4 games in a row, including a Carabao Cup game against Bolton Wanderers, but followed that up with some decent results. Won away at Chelsea, as they did in real life. Drew against Arsenal, as they did in real life as well. The Derby game, they won 4-1, which I'm sure Sunderland fans will be happy about. Brian Brobby bagging a hat-trick, so that is probably the result of the season for Sunderland. And as we keep scrolling through here, really good period here where they won 5 of 6 games, only losing away at Arsenal. 3-1 home win against Liverpool in there. Brighton, a 4-0 home win, pretty impressive. Did lose the reverse Tyne and Wear derby, 2-0 against Newcastle. But there we are, a 1-1 draw to finish the season, but pretty impressive overall. Let's have a look how the Sunderland squad did overall, and if we click in here and look at some of the statistics, and it is Nordi Mukwele, 37 games, the most used player in terms of scorers. Brian Brobby, 16. No surprise, we saw him score a hat-trick in the Tyne Wear derby. Enzo Lefebvre, 11 goals, 6 assists as well. Pretty impressive. Nordi Mukwele, 7 assists from right back, also pretty impressive. So the Sunderland team had a pretty solid outing. Granit Xhaka in here, 4 goals, 3 assists, and wanted by Chelsea and Arsenal. No surprise there. So overall, I think you'd say a success for all three, but Sunderland did pretty well. Let's have a look at Burnley, who finished the lowest of the 3 teams, but still, hey, I am sure that they will have taken this position at the start of the, well, even right now, currently. So Burnley finishing in sort of mid-table in 13th place. Let's have a look at the fixture schedule. And they started the season with a 1-1 draw against Spurs, beat Sunderland at home, as they did in real life, 2-0. And we scroll through here, what are the surprising results? Well, a 6-0 defeat against Man City away is not necessarily a surprise. We keep going. They did beat Arsenal 2-1 at home. Brozier and Marcus Edwards scoring. They also had a pretty solid December here, winning 4 games in a row in all competitions, 5 out of 6 actually, as we scroll through. A 4-0 win against Everton deserves plenty of praise. And Armando Brozier again in the goals. Awful looking January-February period here. 1 draw against Man United, a win in the FA Cup, but pretty much just losses across the board. But a 4-0 away win at Chelsea, even with 10 men for some of the game. That is certainly one out of the blue. And there we go. There we have it. A solid season for Burnley. Let's have a look at some of their best performing players. But certainly, you have to say this tactic has worked an absolute treat here for Burnley. Top scorer, Emmanuel Brozier, 16 goals. Then we've got Chichona, 11 goals. Didn't play that much. Wonder if he had an injury, but 11 goals from 20 appearances at just 18 starts. Trezor had 8 goals as well. And in terms of the assists, We have Marcus Edwards doing well, Trezo doing well as well. Lucas Perez got 5 assists, so did Tachona, who got 5 assists. I mean, 16 goal contributions for him in 18 starts. Wow, you'd have to say that that is very, very impressive. But yes, this Burnley team did mighty, mighty well. Let's look now at Leeds United, our best performing team by a considerable distance, 6th in the Premier League. I think Leeds fans would more than bite your hands off for that. Yeah, 6th place there. Let's have a look at some of the results for the season, see how they did this. They started with a 2-1 win against Everton, followed that up with a crazy 6-3 defeat against Newcastle, pretty wild. And the results just continued to be decent for them. 4-0 away win at Nottingham Forest. Very, very good result. 4-3 home win against Aston Villa as well. Pretty good. 5-2 home win against Crystal Palace. I'm noticing with Leeds, they seem to have a lot more crazier games than the ones we've seen so far. A 2-1 away win against Newcastle. A 3-3 draw away against Manchester United. A 5-3 home win against Crystal Palace. A 5-0 win at home against Brentford as well. So it just looks like constantly picking up huge wins. 5-1 against Brighton. Finished the season with a 2-0 win against West Ham. So, yeah, you'd have to say very, very impressive for Leeds. Let's have a look who their best performers were. I feel like I was seeing a lot of Okafor and DCL goals in here. Let's have a look, though, to see who the top scorers were. And it is Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 23 goals. He's only scored 1 in real life at time of recording. 16 for Okafor. Aronson, 10 goals, 11 assists. Wow. Definitely a player the game likes. Set pieces must have been good because Pascal Struijk has scored 9 goals. Ampadu got 3 there. And let's have a look at the assists. It looks like Jaden Bogle's had himself a season 13 assists. Aronson 11 assists to go with his 10 goals. Gabriel Goodmanson. So the wing backs at Leeds both pulling in good assists. 21 assists between them. You'd have to say that is very, very impressive. So let's quickly look at the cup competition, see how we did in the FA Cup, and we'll go to the final. Not look at these early ones. So we're also going to check out the XG table as well. I think that would be quite interesting. So we had Fulham losing against Liverpool. Did any of our teams get far? And it doesn't look like it right now. No. So I don't think we had good runs in the FA Cup. Let's check out the Carabao Cup now, see if our teams did anything in the competition. And in the final, it was Liverpool that won. Did we get to a semi-final? We had Burnley play Arsenal in the semi-final, but lost 8-2 on aggregate. Millwall also getting in there, which is quite impressive in the quarterfinal. Yeah, there we are. Burnley in there again. So no real success in the cup competitions. Let's check the XG table and see how our teams did in that. And so Leeds finished 5th in the XG table. Sunderland finished 8th, so they had a little bit. I mean, they should have actually done better, judging by this. They should have scored more goals and I think conceded a couple more. So they got their expected 52 points. Burnley not as successful in terms of the XG table. They should have been lower in the table, but hey, from their perspective, you would certainly take finishing in 13th place, 16th in the XG table. Man United and Chelsea really struggling as well, which is interesting. And there we go. There we have it. The newly promoted teams, all with this tactic, which I'll put in the link below, the description below for the link. They all did very, very well. So if you want to try this out and see how it works in your team, a 3 at the back formation, a sort of a 3-4-3, it has worked very, very well in this simulation. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you want to see more of this content, and we'll catch you for another one very soon.